We'll see.
Yeah, I can see how it would take off. It's funny.
If you see it down the road, you know who it belongs to.
Okay.
We're Will and Lisa, and we are the Empty Nest Projects.
In 2021, we bought a van and converted it into a camper van. We loaded up all of our things into storage and spent the next 4.5 months traveling the western United States.
One thing we learned is that you're never too old for new adventures.
If you've been following us recently, you know that we just finished the Camino de Santiago. We walked over 250 miles across Spain, ending up in Santiago de Compostela.
We are back in Washington, exploring the Olympic Peninsula, and also exploring what it means to be back in the van and what we want to do with our time. We'll get more into that later in the video. Talking to said he heard that there's whales out there, and if you watch you'll see whales.
Okay, do you want a sandwich?
Yeah. Let me set up a chair out here.
All right. Is that the biggest ant you've ever seen in your life?
It's like a
Flying.
No, that was ant.
Oh my gosh. It's huge.
Great spot for $20 and not having to look at 6.7
Okay, so Will has been wanting to go for a long time to Olympic National Park and National Forest, and we just haven't come over here all this time, but now we finally are. Last night we stayed 2 nights at the South Beach campground.
And it was beautiful. First day was sunny and nice, it wasn't too windy, and now I think this is probably more typical of the weather here.
Yeah, so we're on the Olympic Peninsula of Washington, trying to find a tree of life that Will wants to go see, and we're gonna go to a rainforest. So this area, Will said, is not the west coast, the wet coast. And the Olympic Peninsula has the Hoh Rainforest. And I know you usually think of rainforest in like a tropical warm climate, and this is a temperate rainforest. Will said it's the tree of life, but he also said it's dying. I guess they call it that because you can see all the roots hanging down. So in the visitor center we learned that there are banana slugs here in the Hoh Rainforest, just like in Santa Cruz.
Let's see.
So the Hall of Mosses is closed right now because there's a bear. So he said to go do one of the other trails.
You know, bears. It's a big deal. We're almost in
For bear
encounters.
experience. He said it was a bear with a cub though. Maybe you don't want to run up on a mama bear. Do you want to go that way a little bit?
That's what I'm trying to think. I wanted to look at them, see if I can see the map.
Want to go backpacking here? Also, we had to leave Teddy in the van because it is a national park. And you know how that is. Oh, let's see. We could go lots of, let's go backpacking here.
So, how are you feeling about moving back in the van, Lisa?
Well, I mean, I think we talked about how we were super excited to get back in the van.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyways, while we were going through California, we kind of hit like a wall, seemed like, and part of it, there was a few different components of it, but we kind of both didn't feel like being in the van.
Yeah, I think, I mean, for background, it was kind of an emotional time. We were seeing family. The weather was hot. It was like first time we've been in 90-degree weather in a while. So yeah, it was just a little difficult not to have space and maybe some structure.
Well, some of the components were like, I was kind of anxious about our budget, and gas is obviously really expensive. We spent $1,500 in gas on the way down and back from California.
It was what, like 2.5 weeks?
Yeah. Some of the parts of visiting family were good, and some of the parts were hard.
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely carrying the weight of that. I'm not trying to be vague, but I think Will is trying to be vague.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he seems to enjoy the heat less and less over the years.
Yeah.
Has a more, maybe it's all the time in Washington, I don't know. Okay.
So we kind of talked about it amongst ourselves last summer. It was a little different. I think one, we were excited to be starting this new chapter and driving around, exploring the freedom that van life gave us. This summer, like Lisa said, the budget was an issue. Lisa not working her 3 days a week kind of created some openness where we could travel more or be a little bit freer with our travel, but it also
Put us on a budget.
put us on a budget, and also didn't have the structure of knowing where we were going to be every week.
Yeah, that's because last summer when we went, we would pick a place where I would stay for my work days with the like good Wi-Fi or good cell signal, somewhere to do laundry or showers.
And that was gone, so it was just more meandering through.
Mm-hmm.
Which pros and cons, but definitely, I don't know, kind of miss having a little bit of structure.
Yeah, I really like planning also, so meandering was kind of hard for me. So basically, because of that, even though we're up here in Washington driving around, we've been going back and forth debating how long this year we want to stay in the van. Will really wants a home base, I think.
I think even like little projects on the van, it seems like it's easier if I had a garage and maybe access to my tools that are in storage.
We've been like the last month kind of in this reflection moment of what are we going to do? What do we want to do? When do we want to do it? And we haven't come up with super clear answers right now. So I think one part of it is that right now in this kind of moment of mixed feelings that we have about everything, we also aren't exactly on the same page, which, you know, like happens to any couple. I don't know, so we're kind of muddling through, trying to figure out how to make a decision here on what to do that works for both of us, right?
Yeah, I think it makes it hard to make a decision if we both want different things. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think like two things. One is we both want a little structure, but we want the structure a little differently. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we were both craving a little structure, but the ideas that we have for what that looks like are not the same right now.